Hello everybody and welcome back to some more of our FM19 Journeyman in charge of Yarrow. And today we have games against Hifk and Grifk. And that's definitely not how you say them, but it's more fun to say, so we're going to do it. Now, the first game today is against a team that are doing quite well in 3rd place. The second game against a team in 10th. And weirdly, the second one scares me more. But we did suffer our first league defeat in the second game yesterday against Kiani. It was a 2-0 loss where we conceded 2 quite early on and then just didn't create anything throughout the game. I'm really hoping that it was just a blip, it was just a one-off and we can turn this around. We had a couple of players who were quite tired, we had a few players who just weren't, like, they hadn't played for a while, they were coming back from injury or whatever. So I'm hoping, yeah, it was just a little bit of a blip and it won't carry on, we can get over it quickly. Now, the only player who is still out is Hagland and Arde, with Hagland coming back in a couple of weeks' time. Arde in 2 to 4 months. He's still out for a while. But Ewelike is back. Thomas Eriksson is back. And, well, we're back to full strength aside from those two, really. So, let's submit the team. Let's get into it. And, well, 3 points today would be very, very nice. So they've got a 4-2-3-1. It's a relatively straightforward setup. We should be able to do away with it quite nicely. Now, we are still top of the league, so I'm going to say I'm expecting you to win. And Erberg and Takahashi, I believe that is, reacted quite well to that. So it's alright for one of my pre-match team talks. These kits are a bit similar. They're both red and white, apart from ours is white and red. That's going to be annoying, I'm not going to lie. We have a corner early on. Eriksson's going to put it in. Vitanen with a header is cleared. And, well, we have a highlight early on. You know, you don't get corners without doing something, right? So, something's going okay. As Takahashi puts in a free kick. It's headed clear, though. And now they're coming forward, trying to mount an attack. Hopefully we can cut this out. We've at least slowed down the counter, so they're not just going to run straight onto a mismatch. As they pump a ball forward, all back heads on. We're trying to reclaim possession, but they're still in it right now. As Fundal Ryberg picks up the ball. And, well, it looks like it will be as Lindahl plays forward a very long ball. Kettler tries to get onto the end of it and does so. Can he find a man in the middle? No, he goes for the shot. For some reason, he went for the shot when Ewelike was in the centre, pretty much unmarked, and it would have been fairly straightforward. But, nevertheless, we do have a corner. Eriksson puts it in and it doesn't go anywhere. We are still in possession, though. Fundal Ryberg to Vitanen, who strikes and buries it. Absolutely fantastic finish from the man. And, well, he's got a good shot on him, Vitanen, and it's good to see that coming out. Like, you can see here, we react from, you know, the corner not going our way quite well. And we managed to set up quite nicely. Fundal Ryberg manages to find Vitanen in a lot of space, who powers home into the bottom left-hand corner, giving us a 1-0 lead. Quite early on, actually. We're still within the first 15 minutes. And there is a highlight straight from kickoff. Now, this could be a good or a bad thing. It could be a time for a quick second, or they could be on a nice counter-attack. We will see, but for now, they're still in possession of the ball, coming forward quite quickly as Allback lumps up. Kettler's on it. Ewelike's in space on the right. What will Kettler do? He tries to put it across, and, well, I don't know if that was a shot or a pass. It was sort of in between the two. And either way, it was rubbish. Now, they're still yet to have a shot or a shot on target, so we're doing a good job of shutting them out and preventing them doing anything, really. Hopefully, we can keep that up. They've got a throw-in in our half. They're trying to work it forward. But they're still yet to have a shot on target. Darude heads clear and Eriksson on the ball tries to play forward well. It falls to Kettler, whoever it was meant for, who plays forward at Ewelike. Can he find a man in the centre as he's out on the wing? He gives it to Vitanen, who strikes for his second of the game. Ewelike with the assist. Vitanen with his second goal. He's a deep-line playmaker and he's up in the box bagging them in. It's brilliant. It's very nice to see, to be fair. You'll take the goals when they're available to you. We reacted on the counter very, very well. And yeah, players sort of took a bit of creative freedom there. They knew their role, but on the counter-attack, when we had a chance to get a second goal, they broke from the system and utilised that, and that's nice to see, to be fair, them sort of thinking on their feet a little bit. As we have another free kick, still in the first half, Takahashi to Darude. It is 3-0, very early on in the game. We're still in the first half, and well, it's another indirect free kick from Takahashi. Between his indirect free kicks, Thomas Eriksson's direct free kicks, and Sundman's long throws, we've got set pieces on lock this season. We've had excellent success from them. Both direct and indirect free kicks have been an absolute, just massive source of our goals. And, well, it's paying dividends, really. If we passionately say that I'm very pleased with your performance, keep it going. And, well, it's going very well. 3-0 in the first half. You've got to imagine this is relatively safe right now, as Ewelike puts in a wonderful challenge there, straight from the kickoff. And yeah, not only have we been very dominant on an attacking end, but they've just registered their first shot on target, and we're, 10 minutes into the second half? you can't really complain. Now, the thing is, we haven't had most of the ball. They have, but, you know, I don't know whether that's just from them kicking off repeatedly, but yeah, we've not had massive loads of possession, but we've just done a lot with it, and that's really what you want to see. So we're about 75 minutes in. Nothing's really happened in the second half. I'm just going to make a couple of changes. Going to bring on Jonathan Olsen. No, I'm not. I'm going to bring on Massey, actually. I'm going to bring on Massey for Takahashi. And I'm going to bring on Linkvist for Ewelike. I'm just still a little bit worried that Ewelike's still fresh back from injury. Bring on Linkvist, get him a couple of minutes out there, and, you know, just give him a bit of a run out, really. He doesn't play too much for me, and he's not a terrible striker, so I'd like to keep his match sharpness up. As they have a corner, they're going to put it into the box as we head clear. They're on the edge, though, still looking... Well, there could still be something come from this, as they play it all the way back and look to restart their attack. But the ball forward is poor, and now it's us in possession as Vatanen lumps forward. Their defender misses it. It falls to Kettler, who strikes. It's a good save, though, by their goalkeeper. And, well, now we've got a corner. Maybe we can grab a fourth. Eriksen's going to be the one to put it in. And, well, it just flies past everyone. Massey's on it. Falls straight to their defender. He pumps it out for a throw-in on the other side. Sundman throw-in, maybe? No. Not that we're going to see this time, anyway. But it's still a very confident 3-0 lead as we come into the back end of the game. They've just picked up an injury too. And with just a couple of minutes remaining, there is another highlight. Maybe chance for another goal. It'd be nice to keep the clean sheet, but they're on the attack on this left-hand side. Their injured player tries to play it in. He plays it to the edge of the box, and their man strikes well over the bar. And a bit of a desperation shot more than anything as we look to see out the added time. And with just 10 seconds left, we're in possession of the ball. We play it forward. Fundal Ryberg's on it. Puts in the ball into the box. It's headed clear, but I don't think it matters at all. We're going to take a 3-0 lead. All goals scored in the first half. 1 from Darude, 2 from Vatanen. And yeah, we don't need strikers to score apparently, since our main strikers have been out, and even now that they're back. We've seen everyone start chipping in with goals. There have been a lot of goals across the board. And yeah, it's really nice to see actually. Like, we're not relying on one specific person for goals, and we're still managing to score a fair amount, which is really good to see. And that's actually given us a points lead again in the league. We're back up to a 2-point lead as opposed to just leading on goal difference. Again, it's a good boost to the goal difference though. Like, +3 is +3. You can't complain about that. Especially when we've only lost 1 so far in the season. But the table is still very, very tight. And we could, you know, a couple of bad results and we could find ourselves in 6th. Like, or 5th. Like, it's not beyond the realms of possibility that we could literally just tumble all the way down. So we need to keep these results coming in and we cannot afford to get complacent. But things are looking good so far. You know, we've got players gelling back in the team. Ewelike picked up an assist that game, which is good to see. And yeah, it's going tentatively well. Let's see if we can keep it up. So here we are for the game against Grifk, and well, we've lined up pretty much exactly the same way. After winning 3-0, you don't really change things too much. So we're going out with exactly the same lineup. Couple of things to note, we've ticked over into a new month, and it's worth pointing out that Thomas Eriksen not only won Goal of the Month, he was also runner-up for Goal of the Month. Both goals from his free kicks, so well done to him. He's having a great time of it. Sundman and Darude also got in the Team of the Month, so everything's just going very well, and Vatanen, I think, was runner-up for Player of the Month. So, yeah, everything's going fantastically so far. Let's submit the team, let's get into it, and 3 points today could see us to our first 6-point episode of the season. It would be very nice. We haven't had one yet, so let's say should be winning this match without any problems at all, and we should. They're bottom of the league, and we are, well, we're top. We should be walking this. So, Fundal Ryberg, I think that's Darude and Ewelike liked it. Let's kick off, let's get underway, and with any luck, we can find these 6 points that we've been looking for. We have a throw in here. Can we maybe create an early chance from this? Kettler's on it, gives it to Eriksen. And, well, there's men open. There's a guy on the right there who's in a fair bit of space. But we play it forward to Ewelike. Goes for a long-range shot. It ricochets to Fundal Ryberg. Puts in a cross. And Marcus Kettler bags his 4th goal of the season. The assist coming from Fundal Ryberg. I say it every time it happens, but that Torslander connection happening again. You see here, Ewelike's shot ricochets off their player, lands straight at the feet of Fundal Ryberg, who was the man out on the right who I was talking about. Plays it inside lovely, very well. He plays it inside very well, and this shot from Kettler, well, it was going in every single time. It was accurate and powerful, and the keeper had no chance of getting to it, and it's a great way to take a 1-0 lead, as they now have a goal kick. They pump it up, but, well, we missed the initial header, but do manage to claim the ball, as Sundman's just sort of standing still on it, tries to pump it forward, but it just deflects off their player's face. Can't have been too comfortable for him, but we managed to reclaim the ball. Sunderman out on the left-hand side. The long ball forward is good this time, and Ewelike's running onto it. Can he find a pass? He can. Marcus Kettler strikes again. For his 5th of the season, he bags his 2nd of the game. And well, it's the second game in a row where we've had 2 goals by the same player as the opening 2 goals in the game, and it's very nice to see. It's a wonderful ball forward there from Sunderman to find Ewelike, who slots it across very unselfishly and very nicely, straight to Kettler, who puts it just inside of the post. And we're 2-0 up in the first 21 minutes or 22 minutes. It's great. We're loving it. They have a goal kick here, and they're going to pump it forward. Lindemann, well, he doesn't find anyone other than Sunderman, which is, well, it's good for us. That was dreadful. That wasn't good for us. Sunderman gives it away very cheaply. He was under no pressure at all and just gives it away. But their ball forward is arguably even worse as it goes to no one but Erberg, and we're now back in possession. Virtanen on the ball goes for a long one up, and it seems to find Ewelike, who's through on goal. He strikes, and we are 3-0 up. Ewelike, I believe that's his first goal since he's came back from injury, which is, well, it's a great thing for him to get. You know, he's been looking for that goal for a while, and it's good for him to find it. He's been back a few games now, and he finally gets himself back on the score sheet. I think he's only been back 3 games, actually. That's a bit harsh. He's been out for ages. But, yeah, he does manage to bag himself a goal, and it's an assist from Virtanen, and we're 3-0 up. You can see why these are bottom of the league. They're utterly hopeless. Sunderman with a long throw. He puts it straight into the box, but their keeper claims it was a little bit too close to him, if we're being honest there. It was relatively straightforward. As they go for the long ball up, they are in possession, and they've managed to retain it. They're running forward. Peter Crouch, but Finish, is running through with the ball. Look at him. He's massive. They're number 19. He's just off screen at the minute. There he is. Here. But he's huge, and we've got to be careful that he might be a bit of an aerial threat. As he's on the ball again, he slides through their player, but Erberg makes a wonderful save. Tips it out. He's been off form recently, Erberg. He's letting a couple of cheap goals. It's good to see him back making some good saves. And, well, the ball goes in towards Puska. We just about managed to keep it out as Sunderman clears. And this should wrap up the highlight, and it does. We're still in the lead. It's still 3-0. That's not changed. So, yeah, let's head towards half-time. So, half-time is here then, and we still have our 3-0 lead. It's all going very, very well. We honestly can't complain. Very pleased with your performance. Keep it up. And do we just get into this? Is there anything else we need to do? See if the assistant's got anything to say. No, not at all. They look happy. They all look delighted. It's all going very well. And, well, yeah, we go into the second half with a 3-0 lead for the second game in a row, and it's brilliant. They have a free kick here. Hyuka is going to take it, gives it to Ismail, and, well, they're passing it around nicely, but the game's still very heavily in our favour as they look to come forward here. Maybe we can win it off them. I'd very much like a fourth, but it goes towards the back post. We head clear, and their strike is very good on the turn as well. On the turn and the volley, it goes just over the bar. It was a very good effort from them, it has to be said. Said it again. It's been a while. But we're going to make a quick change here. We are getting towards the back end of this game, and there's no point in risking any players who aren't having the best time of it out there, or who have just came back from injury, such as Thomas Eriksson. So we'll take him off and just make sure he stays fit. Take Takahashi off as well. He complained to me that he was playing too much and he wanted a rest, so we'll give him a bit of a rest. I guess it'd be very nice. All of our players are looking calm, which at this point is kind of what you want. A couple of players on keep slipping under to complacent, which isn't great. But other than that, it's all going very, very well. And with just 10 minutes of the game remaining, you would imagine we have this all wrapped up as we put in a long throw. It goes towards Kettler just over the bar. Can't quite snatch his hat-trick there. But it's good to see the long throws still being a threat. They're a great tool to have. They're absolutely destructive, especially in sort of, not the lower leagues, but the leagues with worse defending. Yeah, the lower leagues is basically what I'm trying to say. And yeah, they just absolutely change games, really. So it just gives you that extra option. It turns every throw-in into a deadly set piece. So that wraps up full time, and it's a 3-0 win. It was very straightforward, to be honest. I'm very pleased. And that is actually our first 6-point episode of the season. It's been a very long time since we've had one. And, well, it's wonderful. It really is. I can't actually remember the last time we had one in general. I think it would have been last season at Yarrow. We had a few wins back-to-back. So, yeah, I'd imagine it would have been then. But, well, it's really going to help establish us at the top of the table. As you can see, we still have a 2-point lead. But the big thing is, if we just go back to the competitions here, you'll see that we still only have a 2-point lead over second, which is JJK, who we actually play next. But the gap between us and third is now 5 points. The gap between us and fifth is now 6 points. It's that gap that we need to gulf. Finishing first would be great, but we need to put a gap between us and as many teams as possible. So yeah, the more games we can win, the easier that will be to do. We also have a wonderful goal difference up at 13. And actually, if we just go a little bit more in detail into the into the table, if we just go through to the stages here, you'll see that we've actually not conceded many goals at all. We've only conceded 7. And, well, that says it all, really. 7 goals conceded in 12 games is absolutely fantastic. 20 scored as well. Definitely nothing to be upset about. There's a reason we've got the best goal difference in the league, really. 20 goals scored, 7 goals conceded. Yeah, it's going brilliantly. We've only lost 1. It really couldn't be going realistically much better, apart from all these draws that we've had. If we could have just tipped some of these over into wins, this is sort of what I was saying earlier in the season, a few episodes ago. We would be so far established at the top of the table right now. I mean, imagine if we were on, say, 4 more points. We'd be on 29. We'd have a 6-point gap. It would all be feeling very comfortable and very, very stable. But because we dropped some of these points here, it's not. It could very much go awry. But we're on a good run of form. That 1 loss aside, we're still playing very well. Let's hopefully keep it going. You can see the board are happy with us. We may actually have the top goal scorer in the league now. And no, someone's got 6. Marcus Kettler's on 5. And I think, yeah, Eriksson, Vitanen, Ewelike, they're all up there. So it's all going very, very well. Tomorrow, we will have games against JJK, who are in 2nd, where it could very quickly stop going very well and we could start to fall down the league table. But we won't, because we're going to win, so it's going to be fine. And we have someone else, and I can't check who, because I've pressed continue like an idiot, and it takes ages to load. There we go. So, we have JJK, and we have MP. Now, 2 games which we really, really need to pick up points in. And, again, another 6-point episode would be fantastic. To get on a good run of winning games, not just unbeaten games, but winning games, would really help us hold the top spot of the league, really. So, we will be back tomorrow for that. The video will be up at 5:30, as always, or you can subscribe to get it into your feed, whichever you prefer. Hope to see you back all tomorrow for that. Leave any feedback in the comments below. And, yeah, thank you all very much for watching. I'll catch you all tomorrow. Have a great night. Goodbye.